Minecraft drink noise. If you think about it, when you buy a laptop, you're essentially paying for a pre-built. Granted, it's pretty hard to DIY your own portable computer from scratch, but that's what upgrades are for. A lot of laptops out there have expandable memory slots that you can use for a nice little performance boost. But if you don't know what you're doing or buying, upgrading your own machine can be intimidating, especially if you're picking something up as a holiday gift for a special someone who might be a little less tech savvy. But still, think with me here for a second. Imagine if there were a way to get your hands on a low-cost, portable computer that somebody else professionally upgraded for you. You could bypass the extra cost of a higher-tier laptop, maintain a trustworthy warranty, and get substantially more performative machine to boot. Well, thanks to the sponsors of today's video, Newegg and Intel, that's completely possible. Whether you're searching for a Black Friday deal or a holiday treat, there's never been a more no-brainer way to make the most of Intel performance with Newegg value. Intel and Newegg like that. Today we're focusing on this Lenovo V15 G4 15.6-inch i5 13420H powered laptop with 40 gigabytes of memory. And while at first glance it might seem pretty standard and run-of-the-mill perhaps, but it's actually a full $400 discounted. Seriously, they cut the price down by 44%. Newegg partnered with Intel to ensure you get the greatest levels of performance by boosting the RAM capacity from 16 to 40 gigs for, at the time of recording, $100 difference, which would typically be around double that price to do it yourself, especially with the cost of RAM these days, you know what I'm saying? But it's also taken the Black Friday discount into account on the 16 gig version, and it's typically just a $50 difference. Either way, you're getting an insane deal on memory here, so much so that Newegg actually had to send us the 16 gigabyte version of the Lenovo V15 G4 because they temporarily ran out of stock around the time they sent us ours. But luckily, this is literally the exact same laptop aside from the memory capacity. And I want to get into a little bit of an ocular pat down here if you'll humor me. This here laptop's again got a 13th gen i5 13420H with 8 cores for performance and for efficiency and 12 threads. 512 gigabytes of NVMe SSD storage and the 16 gigabytes of RAM model comes in at around $400, while the 40 gig Newegg upgrade costs a nice round $500. The Lenovo V15 G4's got a full-size keyboard complete with a number pad, comes with a 65-watt charger, and on the left-hand side we have a charging port, USB-A 3.2, HDMI, USB-C, and microphone headphone combo audio jack. Flipping over to the right side, we've got a Kensington Nano security slot, USB-A 2.0 port, and an Ethernet jack. There's also a built-in HD webcam with a sliding privacy shutter right above the anti-glare coated 1080p display that can unfold to a full, watch this, 180 degrees. And don't forget that Newegg's pre-upgraded deals come fully tested and ready to use while also providing peace of mind and a preserved warranty. That's a big one. Intel's 13th gen i5 performance with this fella's integrated 13420H processor is perfect for affordable, smooth, multitasking, productivity, and a general daily workflow. This thing would be right at home with students, light creators, and especially with anyone who's got like a work from home setup. Basically, this is a perfect fit for anyone who's multitasking or making use of multiple web browsers. The 13th gen i5 is gonna treat you just right, especially when combined with the power of that extra 24 gigabytes of RAM. Intel's CPU here can also boost up to 4.6 gigahertz on its performance cores, which makes it nice and uncompromisingly snappy to navigate. You can also hook it up to an external monitor and display at up to 4K resolution and 60 Hz refresh rate. And the 12 megabytes of L3 cache packs a ton of potential for whatever productivity workload you need to throw at it. In a Puget bench test, this little fella scored an overall 1040 on Premiere Pro version 25.2, which is the most recent version that supports the benchmark. In 3D Mark's Steel Nomad Lite, the 13420H managed to score a 649 while maintaining a fairly consistent CPU temperature of just under or around 50 degrees Celsius. And a Cinebench multi-core CPU test yielded 379 points, while single core got us 103, the latter of which is just shy of Apple's M1 chip and a few points above a Ryzen 5800X. What I'm trying to say is, whether you're in the market for an affordable laptop for yourself, or want to get a nice gift for a special college student or remote worker in your life, a Newegg upgraded model Intel-powered laptop like the Lenovo V15 G4 with professionally installed high-bandwidth memory for smooth productivity across your whole ecosystem is gonna be an incredibly efficient use of your dollars. Honestly, I'm just excited, because when Newegg first reached out to us, I was almost suspicious, because I'm thinking, all right, what's the catch? And it's truly just that much more affordable for them to upgrade a base model Lenovo V15 G4's memory capacity rather than buying it that way outright. What Newegg and Intel are doing here is really appreciated in that they're actively improving products for pennies on the dollar from the consumer. And I'm all here for it. Plus, remember, it's just in time for Black Friday and the holidays. So if you've been waiting to upgrade, holiday deals make the best value window of the year. So shop these Intel-powered upgrade laptops at Newegg. Links are in the video description, and thank you very much for watching. Tell your dad I said hi.